I was raised Catholic. We weren't churchgoers. But I did go through all of the catechisms, what they called it, probably until about the 10th grade. Something was missing, and I've tried different churches, different religions to see what felt right for me. And I married my husband, and he was Methodist. And we got married in the Methodist church, and it just felt right for me. I came here for about 6 months a while back and got away again. And then Jamie sent her testimonial to me. It made me feel like just seeing her, the joy in her heart and the joy on her face, which I hadn't seen in years from her, I knew there was something special here. I wanted to come see. And I'm glad I did, because I enjoy every minute of it. The people, everything. I feel like I'm home here. We go through things in life that at the time we're going through it, we can't see the reason for. Later on in life, when we look back, God had a reason for our timing. It's all in His time. I couldn't have children, and it was the worst news I ever got. I had a lot of problems when I was young, a lot of health problems, and it was devastating to me to hear that, because there's nothing I wanted more than a child. We applied to Catholic Community Services, is who we adopted through, and it took a year just to get on the first list. And then after that, they choose like 100 couples. And then after that, they narrow it down. And they ended up narrowing it down to 4 couples. And we got chosen, and it was just unbelievable, the joy. But then you're on the list, and then the wait comes. And there had been people on the list for over 5 years. Of course, I was impatient, and my friends were getting, 2 of the other couples got children, and, it just goes through your mind, am I going to have to wait 5 years? I mean, it was so hard being on the waiting list. I would cry. It was just, and whenever I would have a really hard time, I'd go to the store and I'd buy something else for the nursery. It just kind of made me feel better. And one night I was having a really hard time, and I went to Walmart, and this lady and a little girl, a child, walked in, pregnant, due any time, you could tell. And I got so angry at God. It's like, how can you do this? I mean, you're rubbing it in my face. I mean, this is a child. And I went back to the baby department, and I was looking, and there was a lady in the aisle, and she had a child in the buggy, and she asked me what was wrong. And I kind of gave her a little bit. She looked at me and she said, "You see him in this buggy?" She said, "He's adopted." I still didn't get it. It kind of made me even more mad. I'm like, you are really pushing it, God. You're really rubbing this in. A week later is when we got the call from the caseworker. I was at work, and she called and she said, "Are you sitting down?" She said, "You have the most beautiful baby boy, and you can come pick him up tomorrow." A month later, we got to meet the birth mom. And we walked in, and we were sitting in this little room. This van drove up. The windows were open, and this van drove up. And that little girl that I saw in Walmart got out of the van. I was so angry at God, and He was showing me my baby. It was crazy. And the thing about it was, thank you, she wasn't even from around here. And she had come into town for doctor's appointments and happened to be in Walmart at the same time I was. So I had a lot of apologizing to God to do, a whole lot. And I learned not to question Him anymore. I mean, everything's in His time. And then we ended up raising 4 more children. It's hard when we go through things. It's hard to get through it, but you do get through it. And He doesn't leave you, you know. And like I said, the reason's not clear at the time, but looking back, you'll see the reason. Would I ever think my life would be like this? Never. All the tears that I cried, I'm still friends with some of the girls from the adoption group, and they remind me of that all the time. Because I really cried some tears. And yeah, to look back and have had all that joy, it's unbelievable. It really is. I don't feel like we meet people by accident. Sometimes you're talking to somebody and you never know what they're going through, or something you said could help. And I just don't think we meet people by accident. Be patient. There's a reason you're going through it. You know, like I said, everything's in God's time. And I know that's hard to hear. People told me that, and it went through one ear and out the other. But when you experience it, and like I said, if you look back in your life, you got through it. We've all been through terrible things, but you get through it, and you'll get through whatever you're going through. It's going to be tough, but it's a stepping stone in our lives, you know? And it makes you stronger. The hard things that you go through makes you stronger. Just keep your eyes on Him, and He will see you through it.